Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name is Josh, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Gemini credit card. So I'll be going over the main features of this card, its pros as well as its drawbacks. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea of whether or not this credit card is a good fit for you. But before we go ahead and dive into the main features of this card, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm. And also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive a few free stocks, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Webull. All you have to do is once you click on that link, is just sign up for a free account and then deposit at least $100. At that point, Webull will be sending you at least a few free stocks worth all the way up to $10,000 or whatever other type of promotion they have going on at that point in time. Okay, so diving right into the main features of this Gemini credit card. First off, we're going to be talking about cash back and how you can earn it with this card. So you will be earning 4% cash back on gas and EV charging stations on up to $200 per month. And then after you reach the $200 mark on all other gas and EV charging station transactions, you will be earning just 1% in cash back. Then you'll be earning 3% cash back on dining, 2% cash back on groceries, and then on all other transactions, you will be earning 1% cash back. Now, as far as the spend bonus goes with this card, unfortunately, at this point in time, they do not offer a spend bonus. However, they might actually have like a targeted offer to your email or perhaps your physical mailing address with some type of spend bonus. But right now, as advertised on their website, they currently, unfortunately, do not offer a spend bonus. I really wish they would, even if it was just like $100 or $200 after your first $1,000 in spend within like 90 days or something like that. But once again, on their website, they do not currently offer a spend bonus. Now with this card, they actually have some other perks as well though, which you definitely need to keep in mind. So you can actually earn rewards in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or 40 plus other cryptocurrencies available on Gemini. And as soon as you swipe your card, the crypto will actually land in your Gemini account. So you don't actually have to like wait a month or later for your statement cycle to land. Like with other credit cards out there, you might have to spend throughout the month and then you don't actually receive the cash back or points until your statement cycle rolls around. With this card, as soon as you swipe your card, you're going to have that cash available to invest in Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency of your choice. Now on top of that, you're also going to be receiving other MasterCard benefits as well. So for example, you're going to be getting $3 off of Peacock Premium each month. As long as you use this card to subscribe, you're also going to be getting 2 free months of free delivery with Instacart Plus and $10 off of your second order each month. Also, if you take 3 rides with Lyft in a month, you'll be getting a $5 credit once per month to put towards your next ride. And then finally, you'll be receiving a free membership with ShopRunner, which unlocks free 2-day shipping and free returns at dozens of top stores. Also, as far as the MasterCard benefits go, you'll be getting a 13-month subscription to McAfee Total Protection for just $29.50, which is a pretty good discount. On top of that, you're also going to be receiving MasterCard ID theft protection. You're also going to be receiving MasterCard Zero Liability protection. So if you lose your card, if it falls out of your wallet somewhere, or it's stolen and someone uses your card to rack up hundreds or even thousands of dollars of charges, you will not be held liable to pay for those transactions because you did not authorize them yourself. And finally, you'll also be receiving MasterCard Global Services, so that is a pretty good benefit as well. And then finally, you can also customize the color of your credit card. So if that is important to you, you will get to choose between 3 different colors. Those colors are going to either be black, silver, or rose. So I guess that's a pretty neat feature as well if that's something that you're into. So now that we went over the main features of this card at this point in time, we are going to go ahead and dive into the APR and fees, because of course this is also super important as well. So starting out, your purchase APR is going to be anywhere between 18.24 to 31.24% based on your credit worthiness. Then as far as cash advances go, on this channel we usually recommend to stay far away from cash advances. This of course should not be considered financial advice, just my own personal reasons. Usually there's a very high interest rate with cash advances, plus you have to pay a lot of fees as well. But if you do decide to take out a cash advance with this card, just know that your APR on those is going to be a whopping 31.24%, Plus, you're going to be paying a lot of fees on those as well, which we are going to go ahead and dive into right now. So as far as the fees go on the cash advances, you're going to be paying a fee of either $10 or 3% of the amount of each cash advance. So in the case that you do a cash advance of $100, in that case, the fee is going to be $10, which is 10% of your transaction. Obviously pretty high, plus you're going to be paying a pretty high interest rate on that as well. Then as far as foreign transaction fees, with this card, there is no foreign transaction fees. So if you do happen to travel abroad, that's definitely a perk that you don't have to pay like a 3% fee like you do with many other credit cards out there on the market. Then as far as late payments go, if you happen to pay late, there is going to be a fee of up to $20. This, of course, isn't as bad with some of the other credit cards out there in the market where they have like a late payment fee of up to $40. However, you definitely do not want to have to pay $20 for no reason. So I might recommend to set up auto pay, mark your calendars, do whatever you have to do. Make sure that you are paying on time. That way you don't have to pay a $20 fee for paying late. Then as far as return payments go, there is going to be a fee on return payments of up to $35. And then finally with this card, there is no annual fee, which is definitely a great benefit because you don't have to sit around every single year and figure out whether or not paying like $95 for this card is worthwhile compared to the benefits that you're taking in. Because once again, with this card, there is no annual fee, so that is definitely a perk. But now that we went over the main features of the Gemini credit card as well as the APR and fees, at this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and highlight what I would consider to be the biggest pros and drawbacks of this card. So we're going to start out with the good things. The first good thing, of course, is all the cash back that you can earn with this card. So just to go over this again, you will be earning 4% cash back on gas and at EV charging stations on the first $200 you spend each month, and after that it will be 1% cash back. Then on dining, you'll be earning 3% cash back, and then finally in the grocery category, you will be earning 2% cash back, so you can definitely rack up quite a bit of cash back with this card. And then also, if you're into cryptocurrency, this definitely streamlines the process, as right when you swipe your card, that money, the cash back that you're going to be earning on that transaction is automatically going to be put into the cryptocurrency of your choice, whether that be Bitcoin, Ethereum, or anything else. Also with this card, there are no foreign transaction fees. That's definitely a plus as well, because if you happen to travel abroad, you will not be hit with like a foreign transaction fee of 3% like you could be with other cards. Then finally with this credit card, there's also not going to be an annual fee either, which is definitely a benefit because with other cards out there, you might have to pay an annual fee of like $95. And then every year you have to sit around and consider whether or not paying $95 is worth it compared to the benefits that you're taking in. So now that we went over the good things about this card, now we're going to go over the drawbacks of this card. So the first drawback, of course, the biggest one, at least in my opinion, is the fact that there is no spend bonus. That's definitely a big drawback because with many other credit cards out there, you can earn the spend bonus of like $200 as long as you spend like $1,000 within the first few months of having that card. So the fact that this card does not have a spend bonus, that is a pretty big drawback, at least in my opinion. Also, on the 4% cash back in the gas and EV charging station category, you're only going to be earning the 4% cash back on the first $200 that you spend, which for a lot of people, spending $200 in gas per month is probably going to be more than what they usually spend. But for someone who spends more than $200 per month, obviously that could be a drawback because once you go over that amount, you're only going to be earning 1% cash back in that category. Also, you must have a Gemini exchange account. So if you've never used Gemini or you're completely against using it or it's not your preferred platform, then obviously this credit card is not going to be a good fit for you. But just to sum this card up, all in all, I would say it's a pretty decent credit card to have. But the fact that it does not currently offer a spend bonus, that's probably going to be the reason why I would personally not get this credit card. I mean, right now there are other credit cards out there on the market that will give you at least $200 as long as you spend at least $1,000 within the first few months. And even if you're really big into cryptocurrency and that streamlines the entire process of continuing to invest in that, as the amount in cash back automatically gets invested, you could pretty much do the same thing with any other credit card out there on the market, one that offers better benefits. Sure, you might have to put in a little bit more work, but as long as you deposit your cash back and your spend bonus into your checking account and then move that money over to invest into cryptocurrency, you could do it that way, and you would actually be earning even more that way if you did it right. And you had the best credit cards that would optimize your cash back, and you also earned a pretty good spin bonus. So honestly, I would do it that way if you want to invest in cryptocurrency rather than have this credit card. Even though this credit card definitely streamlines the process and makes everything much easier, I would recommend probably getting another credit card, one that earns more in cash back, one that earns a higher spin bonus, and then transfer that money over to your checking account, your cash back, and then send that money from your checking account over to whatever exchange account you use to invest into cryptocurrency. But that's all we have for today's review. I certainly hope that you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like, consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.